hope a lot of you enjoyed my previous video series, the Holiday Humbug series. That was my attempt to be more of a miserly kind of YWC Scrooge, if you will, and get some stuff off of my chest. Now here with the 12 days of OTRSCentral Christmas, I'm going to try, for the most part in this series, maybe minus one or two exceptions, to be more positive, a little more uplifting, and have a little more fun as we head on the road to Christmas Day. How about that? Let's see how I do here. So today I want to kick off this series with 12 reasons why I still watch professional wrestling. Let's face it, I'm a 32-year-old man. I've got a life, allegedly. I work full-time, 6 days a week as a matter of fact. I have a lady at home here. I have a dog at home. You know, there's all these other things going on. So why in the world would I still take time out of my life every week to watch professional wrestling? And sometimes, frankly, that's a question I have to ask myself. Because sometimes I need reminding, because sometimes I'm not 100% sure. So it's good for me to remind myself. But I can think of 12 real reasons why I still watch professional wrestling. One has to be the uniqueness of the art form. To me, there's nothing like professional wrestling. There's no television show like it. There's no sport like it. It combines so many different mediums and so many different forms of entertainment. There truly is nothing else like it. I love the uniqueness of the art form. Professional wrestling has been a thing for me over the years, the excuse to have a man night. You know, get out with the guys and you hang out and you talk about other shit and you watch wrestling. For years it's been that way with me. That's basically what the OTRS crew was. Pretty much. It was a bunch of friends that got together and watched wrestling. So it's a great excuse to get together maybe every Monday night and get out of the house and away from our ladies or whatever the hell else and get away from some of life's problems, talk about shit, and enjoy ourselves at the same time. Once a month, maybe on pay-per-view Sundays. You know, I also like the fact that being a professional wrestling fan, I'm different. See, a lot of people maybe are ashamed of that or embarrassed of that and feel guilty about that. Man, I say screw that. I love being different. I love being the odd duck. It makes me feel more natural. It makes me feel at home. I love being able to say that I enjoy this when maybe nobody else does, and then trying to sit there and argue with people why something like a reality show that they watch or some other television show they watch is really freaking stupid and professional wrestling is where it's at. I love, absolutely love the fact that wrestling is a unique art form and that it is different. It's a kind of a habit. I mean, let's face it, I've been watching professional wrestling since 1985, and sadly, this kind of ages me just a little bit. It was before a lot of you that watch my channel were even born. So just think about that. When you were still getting your ass wiped by your mom, your dad, or whatever family member, I was already well into being a professional wrestling fan. It's become a habit over the years. It's become a lifestyle in its own ways. That doesn't mean it's good, that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just one of the reasons I think I watch sometimes, frankly, is because it is a habit. I think sometimes, especially over the past couple of years, one of the primary reasons that I still watch professional wrestling is because of doing this show, because of OTRSCentral. That's just the way it is. I mean, I really look at it and I say, you know, would I really be watching this show? Would I really be sticking with TNA or really sticking with WWE if I wasn't doing OTRSCentral? Sometimes I'm kind of sure the answer is no, I wouldn't stick with it if I wasn't doing the show. So sometimes I'm very thankful to the show because it keeps me in the habit of enjoying this unique art form, what have you. Another thing is I always have that hope for it getting better because I've experienced, you know, some great times as a professional wrestling fan. Two more reasons why I watch professional wrestling to tie into this. The Hogan Era. I lived through the Hogan era. I experienced the Hogan Era. I experienced what great mainstream professional wrestling could be, in my opinion. Great sports entertainment. And then again, through the Monday Night Wars and the Attitude Era. When you live through those two great eras as professional wrestling fans, it's very hard, to me at least anyways, to just turn the other cheek, because I know that even with the Hogan Era, as the Hogan Era really started to wane off a little bit about 90, 91, in my humble opinion, didn't really pick back up and the business in general until 96, 97, 98. There was a several-year stretch where it just wasn't very good wherever you went for the most part. But it did get better, and there's always that hope that it's going to get better, and that comes in part from the fact that I've experienced the Hogan Era. I've experienced the Monday Night Wars time frame. I've experienced the Attitude Era. So those are reasons that still keep me watching to this day. You know, I live for the big moments. I love the big surprises that professional wrestling can give you from time to time. That big holy shit he's back moment, or that big holy shit match, or that big holy shit spot. It's those big things, those powerful things that you still get, not as much as you used to by any stretch of the imagination, but you still occasionally get from pro wrestling that, you know, still keeps me watching and still keeps me loving this very unique art form. I look at the live event experience. You know, I've been fortunate enough to be able to go some shows over the years. You know, and I've also been able to meet, in part because of doing this show again, I've been able to meet some really, really cool people, and in particular some really, really cool people in the professional wrestling business. I've been able to have some experiences that people would pay a lot of money for, being able to hang with people like JBL and Jim Ross and Road Warrior Animal and the like. Now, those are once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Those are priceless experiences to me as a wrestling fan. I watched these guys for so many years on television, and now I get to hang with them and kick it with them, so to speak. That shit's awesome. I mean, so you think about it, there are so many different reasons, but perhaps the biggest reason of all to me, when you talk about the pure entertainment value, you know, the fact that wrestling still can entertain me as much as anything else. You know, when you factor so many other things in, it is different, it is unique, it does give me those big moments. It provides me a tremendous sense of entertainment value, even to this day, even sometimes when it's very bad. Sometimes I'm the type of cynical, semi-sadistic person that enjoys some of the bad stuff. Sometimes the train wreck bad, chugga 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 doo doo, is better to me than the really good stuff. You know, I guess it doesn't really necessarily matter always how we're entertained, as long as we're entertained. And that's the way it is. But the biggest thing of all, with all these other things factored in, the entertainment value, the fact that it's a habit, the hopes for it being better, having lived through the Hogan Era, the Monday Night Wars Attitude Era, doing OTRSCentral, the uniqueness of the art form, being different, it being a habit, like I said, the entertainment value, the live event experience, the big moments. I look at what professional wrestling has given to me. A lot of times it's given me a chance to feel unique and feel different myself. I feel like in some ways I owe a lot to professional wrestling. I can look at some great friendships that I've had over the years that have been formed and bonded because of professional wrestling. I can look back and, you know, look at how my life paralleled in different places where the wrestling business was. It gives me some fond memories of the past and sometimes helps me think about things in a more positive light that weren't so positive in the past. And, you know, I look at what wrestling's given to me. You know, it got me to do this show to begin with. And, you know, it gave me all the memories of doing all the skits with the deuces and fours with Smokey and Precious. You know, it's given me the chance to hang out, like I said, with some great friends over the years and do all these wonderful videos and meet a lot of tremendous people via Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, what have you. You know, for every one dumb dick D-bag, there's 500, 750, 1,000 great, wonderful people. You know, you can't put a price on that type of experience. I met my lady that I live with now that I moved out to Virginia for because of professional wrestling. I mean, there are so many things that have happened because of professional wrestling. And that's not even from me, somebody being in the business, being a wrestler, being a creative team member or a booker or a writer or a producer or anything like that at all, member of the technical crew, nothing like that. Just so many positive things that have come from me being a professional wrestling fan. And like I said, sometimes I have to take a step back and really think about why I do still watch professional wrestling. But doing a video like this, and as I sat down and I thought about it, I was trying to quantify 12 major reasons why I did still watch pro wrestling. You know, I'm glad I still do. Yeah, it's got its moments, and yeah, there are moments where this business, this art form can piss me off as much, if not more so, than anything else known to man. However, I wouldn't take back a single moment of it. It is what it is. I am what I am. I am a professional wrestling fan. I'm a 32, in March, going to be a 33-year-old man that still watches and still loves professional wrestling, and probably will to the day I die, and I don't apologize for that, and nor do I expect anybody to make any apologies for me. Anybody that doesn't watch professional wrestling, that never has understood professional wrestling, never gotten professional wrestling, I pity them. I make apologies for them, not the other way around, because I feel truly special to have been able to experience all the wonderful things that I have because of my time being a professional wrestling fan. Feel free to share with me down below what your reasons are that you started watching professional wrestling, or why, most importantly of all, you still watch professional wrestling. The next video in this 12 days of OTRS Central Christmas is going to be about the 11 most underutilized wrestlers in WWE and TNA today, including maybe one or two guys that aren't employed by either company right now. And it's meant to be a positive video in the sense of identifying 11 guys that I think could be so much more than what WWE or TNA or the wrestling business has made them be. So I'll see you then.